Imagine a city where two continents meet, where history is carved into every street, and where culture bursts at the seams. Welcome to Istanbul, a place where the ancient world and the modern collide in a perfect harmony. You might think, how on earth could I capture all this in just 3 days? Well, if you're into street photography, I've got you covered. In this video, I'm sharing the perfect 3-day itinerary to capture the soul of Istanbul, from its iconic landmarks to hidden gems tucked in its narrow alleys. So, whether you're a seasoned photographer or a curious traveler, grab your camera, because Istanbul is calling. Day 1 starts with the heart of the city, the historic peninsula. If you're looking to capture some of the most iconic landmarks in the world, this is your territory. Let's kick things off with the Hagia Sophia, a masterpiece of architecture and history. It's been a church, a mosque, and now a museum. Talk about a multifaceted subject for your lens. As you walk in, you're struck by the sheer scale of the place. The Roman columns and Ottoman arches create this jaw-dropping fusion of styles. For your shot, look up. The light filtering through those windows gives you the perfect contrast between Byzantine mosaics and Ottoman grandeur. Right next door is the Blue Mosque, Sultan Ahmed Mosque, which is equally as stunning. With its sweeping courtyards and towering minarets, it's the quintessential symbol of Istanbul. Pro tip, get there early, before the crowds, and catch the morning light illuminating the tiles. You'll get shots that have a peaceful, almost ethereal vibe. After you've snapped your fill of the mosque's Topkapi Palace, the palace feels like stepping into a different world. As you explore the harem rooms, treasure chambers, and gardens, head to the Keep Your Eyes Peeled for details. The palace's combination of an Ottoman splendor and Roman influences, trust me, as a photographer, there's no shortage of photo ops here. Heaven. Just maybe avoid bumping into priceless antiques. You don't want to be that list. Day 2, and it's time to experience the pulse of the city, the streets, the markets, the food, and the people. First stop, the Grand Bazaar. This place is a sensory overload, and in the best way possible. From hand-woven carpets to intricate jewelry, everything here is begging to be photographed. Street photography at the Grand Bazaar is all about capturing the chaos, art, and a charm. The vibrant colors, the hustle of merchants, the crowds bargaining, it's unfiltered life in action. But take a step back and look for the quiet moments too. That's where the magic happens. Look for the contrast in mood between the frantic energy and the peaceful moments in between. Next, we head to the Süleymaniye Mosque, a gem of Ottoman architecture and arguably one of the most photogenic mosques in the city. The mosque is less crowded than the Blue Mosque, so you get a more intimate experience here. The courtyard is perfect for capturing wide shots, while the interior has these intricate designs that beg for close-ups. Now, no trip to Istanbul is complete without a visit to the Galata Bridge. The bridge itself is a historical site, but what makes it truly fascinating are the people who live and work on it. The fishermen, the locals, the tourists. It's a perfect location for street photography, especially at sunset when the light turns golden. After the bridge, climb up the Galata Tower for a breathtaking view of Istanbul. From here, you get a bird's-eye view of the whole city. The contrast between the modern skyline and the old minarets is what you want to capture. And if you time it right, you'll catch that perfect shot of the city bathed in golden hour light. Day 3 is all about the modern side of Istanbul. It's time to hit up Istiklal Street, one of the most famous shopping avenues in the city. This street is filled with energy, street performers, cafes, and local vendors. For photographers, it's a great mix of old and new. What I love about Istiklal is the movement, the trams, the crowds, the street artists. There's always something interesting to shoot. Look for that moment of contrast. The old buildings with the modern life unfolding in front of them. Just a short walk from Istiklal is Taksim Square. This square is one of the most important symbols of modern Istanbul. It's got that blend of modern urban vibe and historical significance. Don't forget to capture the Republic Monument. It's a fantastic subject for those who love to frame history in a modern context. And to finish your trip, there's nothing better than a Bosphorus cruise. This is where you get the best of both worlds. The ancient mosques on one side, the modern skyline on the other. It's a perfect way to wind down your trip and get that one final iconic shot. The city city in all its glory. Whether you're capturing the majestic minarets or the serene waters, there's something magical about this place. It's the perfect way to end your photography journey. But before I end this journey, I've got one last secret to share with you. A hidden gem in the heart of Istanbul that you won't find in the guidebooks. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for this one. 3 days in Istanbul and you've captured the magic of this city, from its history to its vibrant streets. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and join me for more photography adventures. Until next time, keep exploring, keep shooting, and see the world through your lens.